This was totally an unexpected career for me. I'm actually a musician. I sang for many years. I was an opera singer, and my husband and I, when we first met, we were living in New York, and I had 2 children, but then his job transferred him back down here to Texas, which is where we're both from. And my girls were getting a little bit older, and so I was going to go to work, and I just, had connections with the park, and I thought, well, we'll see what happens, and that's when I started working administratively down in the marketing office.
Honestly, it chose me. I was in ops, and one of the maintenance guys came to me and said, hey, we hire seasonals for off-season just to clean parts. You should come apply. I said, okay, it's worth a try and do something different. And so at the end of off-season, they ended up keeping me, and I realized that this is what I want to do. Like, this is fun. Like, something new to learn, and it worked out. It was great.
We just do a lot within the community, within this office, but then I also I feel like I sort of work for everybody here in the company. I'm called on to do a lot of things at the last minute, and that's kind of what keeps it exciting for me. This is not a business that is the same from day to day.
So we do morning checks to get the park ready. I also rebuild trains. You have to be really organized. It's a small time frame, and I like the consistency of it. And this past year, I had to keep climbing up Riddler to do an inspection, and there's people on their phones videoing and everything. Well, the kids down at the ride were like, man, you're gonna be on YouTube, like, it's gonna be crazy. But it's stuff like that. People are like, oh man, that's a girl up there, that's a girl climbing that. It's stuff like that that's really cool.
We went to the botanical gardens and planted flowers. We helped them get ready for their fall season. And in the course of doing something like that, when you're actually helping a organization out, you learn a lot of things in the process of that too. So I learned a lot from their horticultural specialists, I guess you would call them. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. One of the things that I really love to do is to work with the team members, our young team members, hopefully be some sort of mentor role model for them, and then also be there for our guests.
It's so important to be a good example and to work hard, because you do have people that look up to you. When people say, okay, yeah, that's really cool, you can't, you've got to have super high standards for yourself, but also for the people who may be watching you. So, and even like people outside of work, and through softball and different stuff. So I'm like, what do you do? I'm a mechanic. And they're like, well, what do you do? Like, a mechanic of where? I'm a mechanic at Six Flags. They're like, what? Nuh-uh. I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, is there a lot of girls that do that? I'm like, no, there's very few girls that do that.
I didn't really know whether I would, be in this same position this many years later. You never have any idea where it's going to lead you. But it's been amazing, and every year is different, and that's what I love. I learned from the person who was ahead of me in this job that she trained me very well, but one thing that she left me with, well, 2 things she left me with. She was like, be sure that you take a lot of notes, always, but then also don't be afraid to do it your own way. She goes, I did these things my way, but don't ever be afraid to do things your own way.
It's an honor that they gave me a chance to do something like this, because I came into this not knowing anything, like nothing. And they were like, okay, you're a hard worker, we're gonna teach you. And I've had great guys that have led me in a really good direction, and it's been a super good experience. And I know I've got lots of years ahead of me, and I'm excited for it. It's good.